Hi, I'm Jamie Jansen. Just posting this up because I finally got my hands on a GH4, and first to start off with, this is not really a camera review. If you want to see a camera review, you can go online and Google it. You'll find many other photographers who've done a really in-depth review showing you menu functions and all that. Basically what I'm here to say is we've tested the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, the Blackmagic Cinema camera. I've had Canons for years, and we've even tried out a Red. And I believe this is the camera that I've been waiting on for years. Essentially, the color right out of this camera far exceeds any of the other cameras. And it's just got a way better workflow. So you don't have to worry about dealing with raw files. I know a lot of people want raw files, but you have to have major computer systems and lots of storage and all these other things to have to deal with the raw files and the workflow, which is just out of the question for most people. But you also have to do the color grading and stuff, which is another whole ball of wax that we don't want to deal with. This camera, if you set the color right, if you shoot it right and get the right exposure, you've got the perfect image right out of the camera. You just dump it in your editor and get to work. And I think that is a big plus to this camera over the others. So there have been several criticisms of the GH4, mostly its low light capability and also the depth of field on the camera, but both of which I think are moot points. So in a real world, let's talk about depth of field first. So on a full frame camera, I typically live between f4 and f5.6. Any shallower than that, and I have a hard time keeping focus. The subject moves at all and you're gonna lose them. If you're trying to follow somebody, you gotta have a full-time focus puller just to keep that in line. And so if I stick to 5.6, then typically I've got enough latitude to be able to keep the subject in focus. Now, a full frame camera at 5.6 is the same as a Micro Four Thirds camera or the GH4 at f2.8. So really, the availability of all this fast glass for the Micro Four Thirds eliminates this problem. There's plenty of lenses out there that shoot f1.4 and even faster. There's a 0.95 from Voigtlander, which is beautiful. So you can get the same look on this camera just by using the right glass, the right tool for the right job, right? Plus, most of them give you autofocus, so you have tracking, you have facial recognition, all that good stuff to help keep the subject tack sharp and in focus at all times. All right, so now about low light. So for what we said before, if you're at f2.8 on this camera, then you're the same as 5.6. So you're actually 2 stops more open than you are on the full frame camera, which means you're 2 stops lower in ISO, which means you're lessening the noise. And then if you shoot it at 4K and you're downsampling to 1080p, then you're actually going to lose some of that noise in the downsampling. So really, they're not really that much different. Both cameras are going to provide about the same. And to my eye, this one actually looks sharper because there's no anti-aliasing filter and it's pixel per pixel off the sensor, all that good stuff. So for most working professionals, I don't think you're going to see any difference. Okay, so now to the footage. We took the GH4 out. We wanted to stick to the 2 professionally oriented zooms that you're typically going to use. These are the 2 main lenses you're going to go to. This is the 12 to 35 to 8. We also use the 35 to 100 to 8, both the Panasonic Leica Lumix lenses and the GH4. That's pretty much what we use for all the shots, I believe. So there'll be links at the end of this to actually download the edit that you're going to see next, but also download a couple of files right out of the camera so you can see exactly what we captured on the day of the shoot. I hope you enjoy the footage and let me know what you think. Thanks.